Hello and welcome back to another episode of Overtakes F1 podcast. We back, the gang is here, and we're getting ready for the Mexico Grand Prix.
Hell
And
yeah.
Hola.
you guys know who's feeling good going into the Mexico Grand Prix? Charles
Who?
Leclerc. Look
Oh
at
yeah.
him. You know, he just
Feeling
came off
good.
winning that last race, and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna go dress the theme. He looks good. Look at him.
Yeah. He's embracing it.
Yeah,
It
little
looks good. I'm
mariachi.
sure if I go out in the streets looking like that, I'll be laughed at.
Well, he's
Not in Mexico. Close to
oh
Dia de los Muertos.
yes.
Oh.
You will be praised for wearing something like that. So
Dios mío.
just wanted to start off with that. So yeah, we got a good race coming up this weekend. Looking forward to it. This is we have a triple header, right? This is the
Mm-hmm.
second race in the triple header.
Yep.
Yup.
So Mexico Grand Prix, and then after that we got Brazil. But let's talk about Mexico right now. We got some news we wanted to discuss over with you guys. Um, First things first, I did want to mention that Fernando Alonso will be starting his 400th Formula One Grand Prix this weekend. Isn't that something special?
It's a long career.
That's a lot.
400 races. And in honor of that, he has created a special helmet that I thought was totally worth sharing with you guys. It's got these iconic moments, images from his career on them. It's pretty sweet looking. See,
Uh,
it's got his name.
really
With
nice.
look at the bell on the bottom. You got the image on the left. It's like young Alonso, and on the right, it's older.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool. I love
Yeah,
the
it looks
colors.
really nice.
Yeah, he started when his pictures were black and white. That's pretty cool.
Is he acknowledge me over here? Is he the oldest driver right now on the grid?
Yeah.
believe so.
Yeah. Mhm.
I
That's
believe
pretty
so.
cool.
Lewis Hamilton's a couple years younger.
Yeah.
Oh, Lewis Hamilton looks great. Right.
Yeah.
Looking at Alonso, but I can tell Alonso's aged a little bit, like fine wine.
Yeah. The stress is getting to him from having the second slowest car on the grid.
Well, he should
Speaking
have
of second slowest car on the grid, who has the slowest car on the grid? Your boy, Lance Stroll. Holds the
Mhm.
record for the most F1 starts without setting the fastest lap.
He correct me if I'm wrong, but like 3 races ago, he pitted for new tires to get fastest lap and didn't get it. Am I crazy? Or when he was like 3 laps down, he just
I
pitted
think
for new tires?
whether what you said is true or not, I just love it.
I think he did. I think he was like 2 or 3 laps behind, and they just slapped on a new set of tires and said, "Go get fastest lap."
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't have
and
much to
and
say about
then
him.
and then Ocon gets it.
Dude,
I don't know if it was that race, but
yeah,
yeah.
different race, but
Yeah.
I think he did it in
Wait,
Baku.
what race were you talking about then?
I think it was Baku that he
Oh,
did
okay.
it.
I don't know why I thought you were talking about last week.
No,
All right.
uh, let's move on because we don't need to spend that much time on Lance Stroll.
let's do it.
We got something really cool. I don't know if this has happened before, but Williams has revealed a livery that they have decided to have this weekend, but they're also going to leave it on the cars for Brazil. I
Oh,
don't know if that's happened before because of our Formula One knowledge, but I do think it's kind of cool. They're gonna bring it back to back for 2 races. Uh,
very nice.
interesting.
Looks
It
like the
looks very
throwback
Brazil.
Williams.
Yes, I think it's an homage to that. I think I read something about 40 years or something like that. It's an homage to a throwback.
Hmm.
No, it
Back
looks nice.
then they had the yellow, the camel, the cigarette,
Mm-hmm.
They had that on like on the same area there where it's yellow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I did see that image on Twitter when I was scrolling.
Oh,
So that you got good. You got a good little Formula One head over there.
I mean, Mama ain't raised no fool, cause all she shows me is pictures from that era.
Yeah, when Williams was popping at the time.
Yep. Funny enough,
Yeah.
before this podcast, she was showing me pictures of her with Frank Williams. So
Huh?
Ah,
There you go.
there you go. Will said he said, "Hold up, let me flex real quick."
let me
Right.
flex real quick.
We got to bring her on.
Will, you still have your sticker on. I just realized I have mine too. Liam gave us these little stickers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? All right. I did want to talk about the best chef in Formula One. His name is Helmut Marko, and he's always cooking up something. This guy. I mean, drama. So first
He
things first.
well,
You go ahead, Eddie.
well,
Cover
I
it.
was gonna say first things first. Helmut Marko said that he said, "Good thing Lewis Hamilton's not driving a McLaren because he would have won the championship already in that car."
Damn.
Okay. Okay. I think he's right.
He could be. He could be.
I think
But
he's a
man,
savage.
they're really trying to play mind games with McLaren. They're all out of answers on the racetrack, so they're trying to get in their head.
Is that 2 weekends in a row where he's like trying to poke at Norris
Yeah,
already?
yeah.
Is that a poke at Norris or kind of like a Lewis? Like you made the wrong choice going to Ferrari, you know? Should have
No,
gone here.
it's a poke at Norris. He's trying to get in Norris's head for sure.
Because last time he said Norris is weak minded.
Mm-hmm.
Look, ever since he said that, this is my opinion. I believe it 100%. Great
Yeah.
driver, though. Great, amazing driver.
Mhm.
But I just think, as like myself, you know, you get comments and you get butt hurt stuff. So, gotta be
Oh,
strong.
sensitive.
But yeah, he just needs to stand up. When I don't know if it's because when McLaren messes up, he just stays quiet, you know, like when for a fact the strategists are like, "Oh, our bad." Man, any other driver would have just been bitching out the team and the strategies and be like, "Are you guys serious?"
Hmm.
He just stays quiet. "Oh, we're doing our best." Yeah. Anyways, great driver. I don't want to get hate because of this.
He's clearly a team player. Let's not
A
talk
little
about
too much.
that whole Piastri fiasco.
Speaking of Piastri,
Mm.
Fiasco.
Helmut Marko also said that Mark Webber, who's Oscar Piastri's manager, has been talking to Red Bull, trying to get him in the second seat. And then Max also said I don't know if it's true, but I saw something that Max said something along the lines of Oscar is not a number 2 driver and he really needs
Mm.
to fix that in his career or something. So make sure that he's not a number 2 driver.
Damn,
So
that's like a stab to Lando right there too, and they're friends.
I just think they're trying to play mind games with McLaren.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, and also like if he were to be a future Red Bull driver next to Max, maybe Max is just saying, "Don't put him next to me." Maybe Max is afraid that he'll be outshined. I don't think that's the case, but
No, I don't think so. I don't think Max is scared of any teammate, but he does like Checo as his teammate. He said it multiple times.
no.
I don't know if the team likes Checo as his teammate, but
Well, Checo's not
Not
really doing much
lately.
this year.
Not lately.
exactly. I mean, they're going to get P3 in the constructors because Checo can't drive.
I think we had something about Checo. Yeah, look, Helmut Marko on Checo's contract for 2025. Perez may have a contract, but Formula One is a meritocracy. Tell me if I said that wrong.
Meritocracy.
Meritocracy. If the performance isn't right, even contracts are useless. So there's the chef cooking stuff up and talking to the media,
Mm-hmm.
saying that about Checo, and he's saying that on Checo's weekend, Mexico
Yeah,
weekend.
that's weird, but
Hey
it's probably
Siri,
insinuating that there's a
what is
performance clause.
meritocracy?
Meritocracy means it's based on how well you perform and solely on how well you perform.
Look, I hear her talking in the background.
Sorry, I never heard that word in my life before.
Was Eddie's definition right?
What was it?
It's solely based on how you perform and nothing else.
Right,
Mhm.
that's what I said. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. Your contract doesn't matter. You have to have an output. So
It's not true. Formula One is not a meritocracy, but
Because Mr. Stroll is still there.
I mean, Checo's still there.
he's the exception to the exception. Like his daddy owns the team. Let's stop talking about him.
Okay.
Fine. Let's talk about McLaren having 2 more upgrades planned for the next 2
Yeah.
rounds.
Just when you think they can't get any better, they get better. And I don't know. I mean, just because they have an upgrade doesn't mean they're going to get better. But I mean, whoever their engineers are, they're cooking it up. Like they're working hard.
Yeah.
I think they worked through the last break for sure.
Oh yeah. Every team did because they were allowed to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ferrari said, "Guys, take a month off." And they
Mm.
come back and win it.
I
Very
did see something about
Italian.
Ferrari's front wing
Mm.
that it's different. There's like one piece that's curved now that was flat for the last race. I don't know how much of a difference that made, but
So
I
it
did
was
see
an
that
upgrade.
the front wing was different. I mean, it was like the smallest. It was just like a screw was curved instead of flat.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, what it made a difference. Clearly.
DRS.
we'll see. We'll see if it matters here. This is a very different track.
Yes. I'm very much looking forward to it. Let's see. Do we have anything else?
Eddie, talk to us about the track.
Yeah.
So Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez
Ooh.
is the Mexico City Grand Prix, the name of the track for the Mexico City Grand Prix. And it's pretty high in elevation. So the air is a lot thinner, meaning the cars have to run more downforce, even though it's a pretty fast track.
Mhm.
The cars have to run more downforce, and it's a very low grip track because the air is much thinner. So cars can't stick to the ground as well. So this is widely known as a low grip track, which usually is more driver dependent than car dependent, I would say. I mean, obviously the best cars are going to perform better, but it's a lot like, well, it's comparable somewhat to driving in the rain, where the rain kind of takes the low grip kind of takes a lot of the performance out of the equation and puts more pressure on drivers to perform.
Mhm.
But last year, our podium was Verstappen first, Lewis Hamilton second, and Charles Leclerc third. Can we repeat this?
Maybe,
We'll see.
but no.
Uh,
My
I don't
question
think
is,
so.
do you know off the top of your head who has had the best downforce package this year? I'll change up my predictions real quick.
I'll say Ferrari, maybe, because they won in
Oh.
Monaco.
Okay, let me change my predictions.
I mean, I don't know if it's true, but I'm
Do
thinking
you have a
of
graphic of the circuit there to pull up?
No, I don't.
No.
It's in the document though. It's not a bad idea. I will include those in the future
Look at that straight.
episodes.
yeah, the so if you'll remember from last year, the rundown to turn one is so long that it ended up being 3 cars wide at turn 1, and that's when Checo sent it over Leclerc's front left tire.
That 1, 2, 3 is quick. Look at that.
Yeah. So those are pretty slow corners, 1, 2, and 3. And then there's another long straight, and then more slow corners, and then they have the S's that a few tracks have. But that long run into turn 1 a lot of times means pole position doesn't matter. Like you're at a disadvantage because people are going to get the slipstream
Yes.
all the way down.
Because they start all the way back there, right?
They start correct. Yeah, they start basically at the beginning of the straight.
Mm-hmm.
Where the checkered flag is.
Yeah.
Where is
So
the stadium? Is it there?
No, the stadium is turned 13, 14, 15.
I see.
Yeah.
Nice. That's so cool. I love that. They should have done something like that in Miami. It's a big
They
stadium in Miami.
Kind of did.
yeah, they kind of do. I mean, they go around
That section
the
closest to
whole
the
stadium.
highway.
No,
That
I'm
whole other section.
talking about going in the stadium.
Going in the stadium.
There's
Yeah,
no. Oh, like inside the
What do you mean
stadium?
in the stadium?
don't they go inside the stadium
There's no stadium
in this
there.
track?
It's just the seating.
They
That's
call
like
it the
around it.
stadium. Yeah, it's
Ah,
yeah.
okay.
Not a
It
stadium.
Well,
looks kind of like an
they tricked
amphitheater.
me. They sure did trick me.
Yeah.
That's
They should
pretty
have gone through the field goals, right? In Hard Rock
It
Stadium.
cool.
would have been hard to get in there. We did
Yeah.
walk in there. I mean, in the stadium in Miami, and that's where half the paddock was.
You're
They
right.
put that inside the stadium.
The whole paddock was there. That's the
Not half
like
the paddock, that's the whole paddock was in there.
Oh yeah, that's right. The whole paddock was in there.
Mhm.
yeah. It was very pretty. Maybe one time we'll have access to go in there.
Yeah, maybe one
Hey,
day.
2025.
2028.
Hey.
Why 28?
I'm just giving us time to ramp up.
We'll
And then
be there.
hopefully if we don't ramp up by then, we'll have the savings to just blow it all at once on paddock passes.
Don't worry, man. I know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. And we're gonna get tickets.
Okay. Let's see. I want to see you when it rolls around next year.
Yeah, pull those strings.
I'm gonna
Don't worry.
start getting my babysitters lined up.
Don't worry about it.
All right. Predictions time, guys. Are you ready for this?
Let's do it.
Can I tell you guys something real quick though?
Yeah.
I'm about to pop off in the points.
Well,
this
right
weekend.
now you are
Okay.
winning Will by 2 points. Will has 27, Eddie has 25, and I have 18.5. I'm clearly losing this championship.
No, you have plenty of time.
But I would literally. This is kind of like if Lando's trying to win the championship right now. This needs to happen for that. Needs to happen for this. Needs to happen. Boom, boom, and then I'll win. Like,
I think by Brazil GP, I'm probably winning the championship.
Outright. No contest.
I'm gonna pop off this weekend.
Okay.
you want to double or
Let's just
nothing?
leave it at that. You want to jump right into it? Let's go.
Sure.
Predictions. Quali poll. V.
All right. Lando. I don't know
Lando.
why. I just feel it.
Samesies.
All right, guys. We all have Lando for quali poll.
You get a point. You get a point. You get a point. Podium.
For podium, I have Lando, Leclerc, Max.
Oof.
I feel like Max
Lando,
is
Leclerc,
back,
Max.
but not like 100%. Like he's not gonna win the race, but he's gonna be up there. It's weird to see Max like I was envisioning seeing him like in P3, but I think I'm just gonna run with it. That's where I'm going.
Run with it.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you got, Will?
Leclerc, Lando, Max.
You think
So
Leclerc is
same?
gonna back to back?
So there's been, I'm not gonna say like a history, but normally when people win the Coda, they come here in Mexico and they win it. So I'm gonna go with that. Leclerc.
Okay. So you guys have the same three. You just flip first and second.
Yeah.
I went a little different. I went Lando winning, Leclerc second. So same as you. But in third place, I have Oscar Piastri.
No Max.
No
That
Max.
little fly.
Little fly. No, it's time for Oscar to get back on the podium. It's been long enough.
Well, for your sake, I hope he doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, I hope Max gets on the podium.
That'd be cool.
One step closer to winning.
It's such a weird thing. I kind of want Max to win the championship now.
Yeah, he deserves it. And you realize that now.
Maybe.
Just to prove McLaren, right? Like, get your shit together.
I just feel like at this point,
You guys could have been in first already now.
There's so many shoulda, coulda, wouldas with Lando that it's annoying. And Max is just like, wow, he's killing it with the car that he has.
Mhm.
So, like, I don't know, it's just kind of annoyed with Lando. Like, I'm rooting for him, obviously, but it's just kind of annoying. It sucks. You know, he's doing his best, but there's so many shoulda, coulda, wouldas.
I mean,
Um,
I think Leclerc might end up in second in the drivers'
mm,
championship. I think
wow.
the two most consistent drivers this year have been Max and Leclerc, and I think they're going to be 1 and 2 in the
Which is
drivers.
weird, right? Because we went through that weird stint and we even made some video about it. Like, what happened to Leclerc?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I'm gonna bring up the
So,
standings. Leclerc is pretty close to Lando. Yeah,
I mean, Leclerc's closer to Lando than Lando is to Max.
definitely.
And look at
Eddie,
that chunk he took out of Lando.
you're saying
Yeah,
Max, you're saying
go.
Max P1, Leclerc second,
Lando P3.
Lando third
Yeah.
in the
Imagine fighting
championship.
for first and dropping to third. Ugh.
I think that, I mean, that's what Red Bull was doing. That's what Red Bull's going to do in the constructors.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Lando could have like almost tasted the drivers' championship, and
Yeah.
then he ends up in third.
I mean,
That's
I think next year is his year, to be fair. But because I mean, I think they're gonna go in. I think they're gonna go into the off season with the best car,
Mhm,
and I don't think teams are gonna do much to upgrade as far as upgrades for next year.
mhm.
I said this last time we talked, but like everybody, the second like January comes around, everybody's main focus is gonna be on the new formula.
Yeah.
So like, there's not gonna be that many upgrades next year.
Okay.
All right.
I
Eddie,
think
what's that math? What's that
that's a
math
good
right there
guess.
from Lando to Leclerc?
20,
297.
22 points.
Look, all it takes is for Leclerc to win this weekend. And I'm not
He,
saying something should happen, but if something happens to Norris, there goes P2.
Yep.
yeah, and
Yeah.
he gained what is that, 12 points on him last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
He had a really great weekend. So Lando has got to be careful. Definitely.
No, for sure.
Interesting. All right, we kind of veered off there. But that was our podiums.
Mhm.
Breakout and broken. I'm gonna go. Lawson's gonna have another breakout weekend,
Okay.
and Albon's gonna be broken. I don't know why. I
So
just
for
feel
him
it.
to be broken, Colapinto needs to come out ahead of him.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Or
I think it's debatable.
it's yeah. Well, we're gonna have to debate it, like, because
okay,
Mhm,
Colapinto can get 9th and he can get 10th, and I wouldn't consider
mhm.
that broken.
No, no.
okay, okay.
I mean,
All right,
there has to be.
fair enough. Just
Eh,
like we can discuss this debate, right? Liam
mm-hmm.
Lawson, breakout, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'll be more specific. He's gonna bring in points again.
Okay.
And I'm guaranteeing Zoe as my broken only if he gets last place. So only give me points if he gets complete last.
Okay. Does that count DNFs or
He
last on the
No,
road?
he has to finish the race.
No, no, no.
Ah,
I mean, if there are other DNFs,
No.
he
If
would
there's
technically
other
finish in 17th or 18th or
right,
whatever.
No.
Last on the road.
Driving.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. I saw that you wrote Joe, and I was gonna say the only way you get that point is if he finishes last,
No,
because
guaranteed.
his average finishing position is like 19.5.
And I'm just being clear. And I swear to God, I didn't want to say this name again. But if Stroll comes last
Ugh.
and Zoe in front of him, I'm gonna be livid.
Well,
Look,
talking about Stroll, well, let's talk about my breakout performer. Oh, go ahead.
all right. No, I was just gonna say, like, Zoo's so terrible, but Bottas is in 23rd.
But it's different. It's because neither of them has scored points, and Bottas at the start of the season was having all the issues with the
Mm,
freaking the screws on the tires. He was having the 45-second pit stops.
sure,
And
sure.
then Joe had one good. Don't. The reason is Joe had one good result in China where he got 11th.
Yes, yes. For
11th or
Bottas.
13th?
I thought he got 11th. I thought he made Q3 and then got 11th or something.
Okay.
Oh, can I tell you guys something real quick before we jump to you, Eddie?
Sure.
Now that we mentioned Bottas, I did read that it's looking like Bottas is most likely maybe thinking about becoming a reserve driver for Mercedes next year.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, there's 3 people fighting for that seat, last I heard.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like,
Colapinto, Bottas, and Mick Schumacher.
yeah,
Ain't
looking
that
like
something?
Pinto might get it.
He
Ain't that
might.
something?
He might. The kid deserves it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tell me, Eddie, who's your breakout? Who's your broken?
So my breakout is going to be Alexander Albon. It's time.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for
Okay.
him to put in a good one.
We're going against each other this weekend.
Yep. And my broken performers are going to be Aston Martin as a team.
Solid.
I think that they're slowly but surely proving themselves to be the second slowest car.
Ooh.
I look at the grid and I think which cars are slower. And the only ones that I can think of are the Saubers that are consistently
Mm-hmm.
slower. But the
Mm-hmm.
Alpines, I think they're going to be fast this weekend.
Interesting.
Are
I mean,
they
if you
still
look at
rocking that McLaren livery?
no,
No. Okay.
That they're not going to be fast then.
but
Huh?
the Williams are scoring points. The V carbs are scoring points. I mean, Gasly was running a great race, and now Ocon's going to have those upgrades too. I mean, I don't think Aston Martin has a shot. Like, I don't think they're going to score another point this season unless something crazy happens.
Yep, it's all debatable. Gonna have to talk about it on Sunday. We don't have a sprint this weekend, but we have one next weekend, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
Max weekend.
Wild predictions, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if this is wild because
I read
after
it and I disagree. I think you should come up with a new one.
okay, because I wrote Sergio Perez scores points this weekend.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be wild. Okay, I'm just gonna have fun with this. I'm already losing. Sergio Perez doesn't score points. Is that still not fun?
No, that one's fine. I would say
Okay.
Perez averages like more often than not he does score points, even if
Yeah.
it's
So
like he's
even if
usually
it's
like
minimal.
7th or 8th or whatever. But
Okay. Wow. Okay. Will, what's yours?
Will went crazy. He thinks he's gonna be in the lead. He
Are
thinks
you guys reading my predictions ahead of me speaking it into existence?
he thinks. Let me
I'm
preface.
I'm
sorry.
gonna
Let me
stop
preface.
writing it on the document.
Let me preface what Will's about to say with reminding you that he said going into Brazil he's gonna have the championship dominated.
Yes.
Go ahead, Will.
Yeah.
He expects a point on this.
I'm gonna get the last laugh on Sunday
Okay, go ahead.
when Sergio Perez comes in this weekend in his home country within the top 5.
Okay.
Watch him go out in the same turn
I am
as last year.
changing.
Oh my god. I don't even think I mean I think Max is gonna struggle to be in the top 5.
I am not changing my prediction.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right. My wild prediction is that there's gonna be at least one collision between 2 cars.
Okay, but does the collision have to end in some sort of safety car or something?
I'm not
Or
talking about
can
like a
two,
touch.
two
I'm talking
cars
about
just
a real collision.
touch? Okay.
I'm talking about a real collision.
Okay.
Like a safety car doesn't need to come
Understood.
out, but if a front wing gets broken and they have to go in and change that, or that's a collision, or somebody gets a flat tire,
Okay.
that's a real
Okay.
collision.
Okay.
That's not just 2 cars touching and they keep driving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's,
Yeah.
So they have to go back in the pit.
I mean, not
Or
necessarily, but it implicates the
DNF.
race because a lot of times what you see, like for example, Albon spun Gasly or spun Ocon around on the first corner in Austin, and then Albon had damage the rest of the race, finishing 16th.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it's
Okay.
debatable.
Sure, yeah, we can debate it. But to be fair, I think 2 cars are going to end up in the wall.
I was
Yeah,
just thinking this
but-
the other day. If Will wins the championship, like I kind of win too because the trophy is going to be in my house.
Okay.
You know?
No
it's going to be
participation trophies
my
here.
office at work.
You taking it to work?
Listen. Listen carefully right now.
Listen, Linda. Listen.
If Perez comes top 5, I'm getting 2 points for that prediction
No.
No.
because you guys are laughing like little hyenas over here.
I think it's funny, but no.
I love that we said it at the same time.
I'm gonna stop writing my predictions on the document.
Oh, it was great. Well, it was great.
One day though, for those watching, or if we have the production and the subscribers and all that stuff, we'll probably like be prepped to have like all our predictions graphics show up on the screen. Right? That'd be cool.
Be pretty cool. Pretty cool.
It would be pretty cool.
Well, I think that's about it, right?
Yeah, I'm excited
Just-
to watch F1 at a normal time again this weekend.
Yes. Yes.
And free practice won't be at 3 a.m.
Yeah, Brazil will be another weekend of normal
Mhm.
time. So
Yeah.
pretty fun. All right,
And-
guys. You
Good
got
stuff.
anything else?
No. Excited
Thanks
for the weekend.
watching. Yep.
Come back on Sunday.
Ciao.
Goodbye.